Hello friends, how are you? So I thought I would do a quick video on kind of the top 10, I don't know, character traits or themes of a successful buy and hold investor. As I work with more and more people in this social media game, they're coaching me up to sort of claim your space. I've always thought it was obvious, but maybe not. Obviously, with my track record, it is going to be buy and hold investing. Did it for 15 years. The end product was written about in our book, One Rental at a Time. So, I thought I would declare, buy and hold investing and talk about what I see there. And really, it allow you to ask yourself, which of these traits do I have? Do I understand? And, maybe which ones to work on. But before we get started, I'm constantly reminded to ask you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And for this channel, if you don't know, comments do an extra thing. Not only can you leave a comment about the video you're watching, but I have something called subscriber questions. And if you actually have a real estate investing question, just leave it below. I'm a one-man show, so I will be seeing your comments. I look at them daily. And if I see a question, there's a very good chance that I will create a video around it. So I appreciate all the questions because creating ideas and content is not as easy as some folks make it look. But let's get started. Let's just talk about the 10 themes and we'll just go 1 through 10. No particular order as far as, the number. They're all important. Ask yourself which ones resonate with you. So first, you have to have conservative financing. I know a lot of the real estate books out there, the gurus out there talk about maximum leverage, 0% down, all of those things. And that hype comes and goes. It typically peaks right around the end of a seller's market because what they're not telling you is, yeah, that could have worked 5 years ago, but it's not working anymore. So what I tell you is conservative finance always. And to be clear, this means for many of you at least 30% down. And for some of you that are trying to go faster, right, you're maybe in your 50s, you may have to put 50% down, right? Because the end here is you want to hold this property throughout, for decades. And you don't want to have a market cycle come out and wipe you out, right? I saw lots of people who used high leverage back when '08 got soft and lost it all by 2010, which was a crime. So don't let that happen to you, right? If the bank's going to approve you for an 80% LTV, but it's really skinny, it's not a lot of cash flow, then don't do it, right? Either A, don't buy it, B, offer less, or C, if you really want it, put down 30, 35%. Because you already have a day job, you're not here, trying to add stress to your life. So conservative finance always. Given where we are with interest rates, they've taken a little step back here. Frankly, they weren't all that high to begin with just a few months ago, but I strongly suggest locking in fixed rate debt. We don't know what's going to happen in the decades to come, and you do not want to have interest rate risk, which you need to calculate as payment risk, right? If your debt resets in 5 or 7 or 10 years, and it's bad timing, you could go from a cash flow property to an alligator really quickly. So I recommend fixed rate debt, either 15 or 30. I recommend 30 for most people, but again, some people are on a different time horizon and they want 15. Go for it. Just make sure the building cash flows, the property cash flows, and please have fixed rate debt. You don't know what's coming, and if you're really going to hold these for decades, do not have interest rate risk, which again equates to payment risk. If you're going to do this buy and hold thing, again, sort of focused on what I talk about and share on this channel and know works, frankly, focus on affordable housing. And what I mean by affordable, it's at your median for your market or below, right? If your median's 500 grand, there you go. If your median's 50 grand, right, there you go. If you don't know what the median is for your market or the big city near you, you can look it up, quick Google search. The National Association of Realtors, I think it's NAR, N-A-R, puts out at least monthly. And then you have the Case-Shiller Index and lots of other indexes out there that you can get a hold of and get a feel for. So again, find out where the median is in your market, and I suggest investing at or below that for maximum safety. If you're going to do what I do, you need to think in decades. I don't think it's good enough to think in years, right? You should be focused on doing something for the next 3 to 4 years, building your base, and then let time go, right? That's okay. But you need to think in decades, right? These these aren't going to plant and grow and change your life in 1 or 2 years, right? These will change your life in a decade. So just know that going in, so you don't set unrealistic expectations. The big one for me that I talk a lot about is the buying criteria. I know a lot of busy professionals out there that don't have time, that are looking at deals when they can, and they don't pull the trigger. And I frankly think that's okay, because I don't think you know yet why you're buying, right? If you're buying because it's a pretty house or a nice area, that's not good enough for me, at least most of the time, right? If it's your owner occupant house, then go nuts, right? Live wherever you want, right? Live where you want, but invest where the numbers make sense. But I would be very focused on understanding what your buying criteria is. Is that, a 5% return on cash invested? Is it $200 a month net cash flow? Is it, I don't know I'm not here to tell you what it should be. I'm just here to tell you you need to know what it is. And then you have that little tight box or that window. And when something comes by that meets that, you just pull the trigger. It's just an automatic response. And this is how you get around that whole analysis paralysis stuff. And I do spend a lot of time in my course sort of trying to get you there. But again, even without the course, this is what you need to know as a buy and hold investor. The other one is, and it kind of ties together, is you got to be comfortable with no. And what I mean by that is you should start making offers that equate to your buying criteria, right? If your buying criteria says, for example, that you can only pay $125,000 for a property that's listed at $155,000, you have two choices. You can either offer $125,000 and see what happens, or you don't make the offer, right? You don't write $155,000 hoping to get it for $125,000. That just doesn't make sense, right? And frankly, I might write it at $119,000. So I have a little bit of negotiation up to $125,000. I don't think I would send out my highest price the first time, because then I have nowhere to go in a negotiation. So in that example, right, $155,000 listed house, I can pay $125,000. I'd write my first offer at $119,000. And most importantly, to this bullet, I'd be totally fine if the owner said, F off, go away, don't bother me. And it'd be okay if they never even countered. It's totally fine. And that's what you got to be comfortable with. So I still rate, I don't know, 20 offers for every 1 or 2 that get countered, because again, I know my criteria. You need to get buy-in from your significant other. I talk about this a lot because it's that important. You need to make sure that, you have the support. So if something goes wrong, as you'll see in one of the later bullets, you're not going to start a fight, or it's not going to get uncomfortable and all of that stuff. Something I wish I'd done a better job of in the first 5 years is, get off the computer. But again, I was traveling all over the world and frankly was an idiot. I would try to meet 3 new people a week in your area. And again, just ask for referrals, right? Go to real estate meetups, talk to agents, talk to other investors, go to meetup.com, go to, online, Bigger Pockets, wherever it is, and just put yourself out there. Hey, I'm interested in X. Anybody else out there? The more people you talk to, the more validations. One of your jobs is to, consolidate lots of information and inform your own opinions. This is a team sport. Again, something I've admitted many times is I got a little myopic and a little absorbed in my own computer, my own little world. Real estate investing, especially buy and hold long-term investing, is a team sport. So leverage it, right? Not only as a property manager key, which we talk a lot about in the course, but there's all these other functions in bankers and realtors and inspectors and general contractors and, the city people, and it's just all kinds of folks. So be kind, work with people, be a value add, and just understand that the team is there, and there's lots of people involved that will help you if you just reach out and ask for it. And then lastly, just remember, it's not all roses, unicorns, and rainbows. This business will test you. I firmly believe it tests all new investors in the beginning to see how committed they are. This test will generally be a negative test. Bad things will happen, eviction, something will break. I've talked about the Norris Drive, our example, many times. I actually included it in the free course we put out there just so you can hear what we talk about. Basically, the first tenant didn't pay, even though we did everything right. And not only did they not pay, but they destroyed the unit to the tune of 15 grand or 12 grand, something like that, which was horrible. So in the end, I think these are 10 themes of successful buy and hold investing. I'd love to hear what you think. Did I miss one or two? Do you have one or two that kind of resonate with you? Just think about them. Again, conservative finance, you want to be able to hold forever. Use fixed rate debt. You don't want payment risk. I like affordable housing, right? Look at the median and below. It gives you maximum protection. Think in decades. Please know your buying criteria, why you're buying. Be comfortable with no. Everybody doesn't have to say yes all the time. Get support from your significant other. Network with more people. Shoot for a goal. If 3's too much, shoot for 1. If 3's too low, shoot for 5. This is a team sport, so leverage them. And of course, this business will test you. So again, thank you for that. There's a copy of our book. It writes about our whole 15-year journey. You can find it on Amazon, one rental at a time. And I went ahead and linked in the course there below on Teachable, one rental at a time. Teachable.com, how to start one rental at a time is that course I've talked about. But of course, hit subscribe, hit like, and comment. Again, remember, comments can be subscriber questions. All right, have a great day.